All right, well, good morning, and thank you for being here. The Lakeland Chamber of Commerce formed the Reopen Lakeland Task Force to benefit all Lakeland area and address businesses by creating content which serves Lakeland's citizens, their customers. We're grateful to Corey Skates as the Executive Director of the Lakeland Chamber of Commerce and Sarah Breed for the hard work that she puts on in the background, and for Dr. Craig Collins, who's worked as a facilitator for us in the process of this, and the 36 task force members, which represent a broad spectrum of our city, who guided this design and envisioned the need to do so. We also thank John and Sarah Bucklew for allowing us to come before the joinery this morning as a great example of restoring businesses. Today we are announcing the task force initial product called Consumer Choices, and you'll get to see this a little bit later. But I want to go through what it is. It's find a plan that meets your needs. I thank you for your interest and your presence this morning to try and understand its purpose. State reopening announcements can occur several times a week, and they're not always predictable. We listen, we readjust our expectations, and strive to implement those new opportunities responsibly. For some, these announcements are way overdue. They feel businesses and services have been closed unreasonably long, and the decision to reopen was postponed unnecessarily. Yet for others, it is very problematic, and the rate of reopening seems much too fast. For those individuals, heightened safety concerns and appropriate protection practices, respecting the more vulnerable and critical before they'll even consider venturing out to visit reopened businesses, are the main thought in their lives. In many cases, they are protecting older lives or pre-existing conditions of others. If those needs have not been part of some citizenry life experiences or their mindset, they may not have considered the weight of that enormous safety responsibility. We each have a perspective on what is adequate and appropriate for reopening our economy, but we must recognize those perspectives and those personal needs vary dramatically. Hence, we are witnessing a very deliberate reopening pace. Respecting those variances allows businesses to serve customers compassionately during this vulnerable time and to create a disproportionately deep, lifelong, brain-branding impression of the compassion that business has for its customers. To further complicate matters, there's an entirely additional layer we have to work together to restore our economy. Businesses can choose to utilize a wide range of safety methods as they reopen. Not all companies within any one sector have to do so identically, so long as they conform to the executive order. Companies can choose the level of precautions they want to deploy. Many customers want to know what to expect so they can anticipate how a business has chosen to serve its clients before they arrive. Consumer Choice is a guide to equip them in advance to be able to do so. It's all about choices. Businesses are making safety precaution choices, and customers are making safety precaution choices. And we all want to see the economy restore at the healthiest and safest and fastest rate possible. The Reopen Lakeland Task Force designed Consumer Choices to be an easy-to-read chart and color scheme, which identifies 3 different levels of safety choices any given business has chosen to use. This chart makes it possible for customers to know the business's precaution level before they ever arrive. The customer can select sod, for example, and then have a delivery brought right to them. Just kidding, as it goes by. The chart makes it possible for customers to know the level before they arrive. The customer can match their safety comfort level at a business, recognizing in advance that they follow these predetermined safety practices. So there's 3 different levels of colors that exist. The first is green, then blue, and magenta. And they all follow healthcare guidelines. Green represents primary precautions. Blue represents increased precautions. And magenta represents comprehensive precautions. Businesses can provide supplemental information for other services they also wish to provide, which can further enhance customer understanding of those choices. These options include features like, do we have curbside service, outside seating, deliveries, online ordering? Do we take customer temperature checks when you come in? Or they might even talk about having two separate areas for which they deliver different levels of service. They may have one that is based on the blue and one that may be based on the green. It is important to note that these safety precaution levels reflect the fully compliant measures customers can expect from a business when they arrive. The business might also take additional steps beyond that level, but still not be as fully inclusive of the next level's measurements. So this is the base level. You might do something more, and it may not be the next level of precaution, but something in between, and that can be represented in that optional section. That's great. Customer Choices uses the 3 levels as a means of allowing businesses to reflect the minimum precautions observed that the customer can expect. And here is another exciting, comprehensive provision. The Consumer Choices Initiative is available for all businesses which have a Lakeland mailing address. They do not have to be a member of the Chamber, Bridge, SCORE, LEDC, or any other organization. They simply need to have a Lakeland, Florida business address in order to participate. An email registration makes it easy for the business to sign up. A website link will make it easy for customers to find businesses that match their desire. Because customers will use a website, future updating changes can be accessed daily, and businesses can register now by examining where they stand in the chart, identifying any optional services, and then emailing their information to Reopen Lakeland at lakelandchamber.com. That's Reopen Lakeland at lakelandchamber.com. We're grateful to Chris Bailey and Spectrum, who have agreed to provide PSAs for the promotion of this initiative so citizens can be aware of the information. We trust other media outlets will do so likewise. Customers can stay current daily, and we will give the businesses a swan logo to place at their entry. The logo color will reflect the precaution level that is used by that business. In closing, we highly recommend businesses participate in this unique Customer Choices Initiative as a strategic means to accelerate sales to customers who are reticent to re-engage the economy otherwise. Your company's participation reflects the corporate concern for the community's disparate needs, while also advancing an optimal rate of reopening Lakeland as safely as possible. We will immediately begin compiling input registration from businesses, prepare the PSAs, provide social media posts for friends and customer awareness, and produce videos for community and faith-based groups to use with their constituency. Our goal is to offer the first release of this compiled information by June 8th. Consumer Choices. It's all about finding a plan that meets your needs. Lakeland Swans are serving its citizens once again.